I want to show a quick video on how to install a PHP server locally. This could be used for processing your own PHP files on your computer without having to upload them to the web to a PHP server to process that code for you. So it makes it a little bit faster to test and run things on your own computer. If you're going to install WordPress locally or do anything again that needs to process PHP, this is the video for you. So there's an environment, development environment we're going to install today. It's called a MAMP, and that stands for your Mac, Apache, MySQL, PHP, or Perl, or Python, some different things like that. But typically it's PHP. And this derived from the word LAMP, which stands for Linux, and then all the same. And there's also one called a WAMP for Windows and so forth. But this MAMP, even though it is specific to a Mac, they do have a Windows version you can download. And it does come in there. So if you go ahead and click on free download, we want to install the Mac version, but again, if you're on a Windows machine, you can do that as well. Okay, so you're going to click on that and start the download, and I've got that downloaded already right now, and so I'm going to go ahead and double click on that and start the installation process. Okay, so I'm going to go through now. Even though there is a pro version being installed here, we're only going to use the normal version, and as far as I'm concerned, you can delete the Pro version. We're not going to do anything with it. The Windows and the Mac version are slightly different. They look a little bit different, but the preferences are all pretty much the same. So everything we're learning right now can be pretty much brought over and work the same way. So as we're finishing this up, it's going to install the files in my application directory. And that's also where the temporary files will go if I want to edit something locally on my own computer. So let's go ahead and let's just look at that. All right, so I'm going to go pull up my applications really quick here, and let's look in here, and we're looking for a MAMP, and we have this MAMP Pro. The MAMP Pro I'm just going to delete. I don't want that. We have this MAMP here, and I just want to run the MAMP app. Okay, so I'll double click on it, and you can see that this page came up, and this is important here. All right, we're going to turn that off. We don't care about that. Now our document root is where we're going to place our files we're going to work on. So if you can see, it's looking underneath applications, MAMP, and htdocs. This htdocs directory right here is the one we're going to place our files in if we want to look at them and run them. Let's go through preferences really quick and just look through everything here. Okay, so we're not going to start servers up immediately. Our ports, it's going to be using 8888, and for the MySQL port, it'll be 8889. Our server is located in that same directory, and we don't need to do anything with the cloud. So we're going to go ahead and start the server up. And it might launch a new window here in our browser. Let's look here. There it goes. Okay, so this is the landing page, and it's thrown us in the local host. Okay, that's your computer, and it's using the port 8888, and it's doing this thing /MAMP. It's not actually a directory, because if you look in here in htdocs, there's no actual MAMP in here. And this index.php, this file I believe is their file, and we're fine just to go ahead and delete that file out of that directory right there. Okay. Now I've got a directory called my site, and I'm going to put that in the htdocs directory. Okay. And there's a file in here called index.html, and what I can do is I can take out all this information. Let's make a new one. I'm going to say localhost 8888, and if I click on that, it just shows that directory, my site. Okay, and I can click on that, and you can see I've got a file in here, and even though it's not showing up, it just says hello world and some stuff here. And I've got that same file ready to edit right here. Let's go edit this, because since I moved it to a new location, I'm going to edit that. Okay, and so inside my body, I'll write out, hello world, something like that. And oops, I refresh it here, and you can see hello world. So again, we're now looking at our website. This is just an index.html file. Inside of that directory, my site, which is right there, and we're just looking at it. Now we could just double click on it here and pull up the same file, right? You can see the inside my URL, it's using a file : / application / map / and so forth. Or we can look at it this way. But either one for an index.html or an HTML file, I should say, is fine. But now what we want to do is we want to start processing some PHP. So we'll come back here, and first things first, we need to change, I'm going to close this file really quick, and we're going to change this file type to be a .php. Now if you're on a Windows machine, you're going to have to go into your file options, and you're going to have to look for something called show known file types. If you Google show known file types, it'll show you basically the trick to not hide the extensions, so you can change them if you have to. But we're going to go ahead and use PHP as the file type, and we'll drag that back in here. And now I can go through and I can start writing some PHP. And to do that, you're going to do a question mark. Greater than, less than, and then question mark on either side, and then you're going to do a PHP like that. Okay, and we can save that, and let's just do a an echo statement, and we're going to say hello world, exclamation mark, and a semicolon. Okay, and that's just a very simple way. Now if we come back here to this site and I refresh it, it's not seen anymore because we changed it, so I need to say index.php, and now you can see it's just displaying all the code and doesn't really know what to do with this, right? And now if we say index.php to this one, you can see where it's saying hello world, and if I look at its source code, it's literally writing out hello world because it's processing that echo statement. Now again, we could start writing some variables, x equals 10 or something, and then echo out x or something like that, and from here you can see there's that 10, and it's not showing all of that other hidden code, right? With PHP, again, it's going to process it and just output the results. And so our echo statement is just basically outputting some text, and you can see it's outputting that 10 there. But now when I want to run some code locally, some PHP code, I don't have to upload this to my server in order to view it locally. Does that make sense? So this is a very simple way, very simple local environment. You're going to add all your files in this htdocs. If you want to change it, you can change the document root inside of preferences. Maybe you have a directory on your desktop, and so you can change that wherever you want. And now you can use your editor just to quickly make saves and changes to this, and it's going to change your files and show you what those look like over here. So hopefully that makes sense.